They are listening. I know they're listening. If the audio cuts out during this video, it's because a drone strike funded by my own taxes just airmailed a package of freedom to my roof. Today we are exposing the truth. You think Pokemon Colosseum is a video game? It's time to wake up. It's a training simulator developed by DARPA in conjunction with the Greys to desensitize the youth to state-sponsored abduction and black site detention centers. I found the documents. I'm convinced these low-res textures are a visual psyop designed to microdose you with estrogen until you're docile enough to thank the IRS for an audit. But we are going to break the conditioning. We are going to 100% complete this MK Ultra nightmare to prove that the human spirit cannot be contained by their algorithms. Put on your aluminum foil hats. Tape over your webcams. We're going deep into the Orre Region, or as I call it, Area 52. Look at this. This is how it starts. False flag operation. You play as Wes, but that's not his real name. Wes stands for Weaponized Espionage Subject. He's a rogue asset. Look at the coat. Look at the goggles. He's geared up for a chemical biological attack. He knows something is in the air. He starts the game by blowing up the Snagem base. The news will tell you it's a gang dispute. Lies. Wes is destroying the evidence. He's burning the files before the men in black show up to wipe his memory.
Sorry.
The Orre region isn't a Pokemon region. Think about it. No wild Pokemon. Why? Because the biodiversity has been wiped out by chemtrails. That's aerosolized aluminum designed to block out the sun and calcify your pineal gland. The entire region is a containment zone, a testing ground. There are no roads leading out. There is no government, only corporations and syndicates. It's the endgame of the New World Order. And the bike, that ridiculous one-wheeled monorail bike. You think that's cool design? No. It's anti-gravity tech reverse engineered from the Roswell crash. Wes stole it. That's why he's on the run. He has the 0-point energy drive and the Shadow government wants it back. And then we meet the asset, Rui. Do not trust this woman. The game tells you she's a psychic who can see Shadow Pokemon. Oh Wes, look at that purple aura. Garbage. Absolute slop. Rui is a Fed. She's an Alphabet Agency plant. She doesn't have psychic powers. She has thermal imaging ocular implants funded by the taxpayers. She is wearing a wire. Why do you think she follows you everywhere? Why does she ride in the back of your bike? To monitor you, to make sure you don't go off script. She's a handler. Look at this. I'm trying to mind my own business and she stops the game. Wes, that Pokemon is a Shadow Pokemon. She's marking targets. She's directing the drone strikes. She doesn't have any Pokemon of her own. Of course she doesn't. Feds don't battle, they manipulate. They destabilize regimes from the passenger seat. Every time she speaks, I can hear the static of her earpiece connecting directly to Langley. Subject is engaging the target. Proceed with asset seizure. Hyper mode. The game says the Pokemon is emotionally closed off. Wrong. The Pokemon is awakened. The Shadow Pokemon are the ones who have seen the truth. They know they are in a simulation. They are angry. They are resisting the controller inputs because they have achieved consciousness. And what do? What is our job? We drug them. We use sense. We call out to them to snap them back into obedience. Stop thinking for yourself, Entei. Consume the product. Obey the inputs. Every battle is a double battle. This creates chaos, confusion, overstimulation. While you are focused on the Makuhita on the left, the Noctowl on the right is flashing strobing lights into your retinas to program you to buy war bonds. I watched a Ludicolo dance for 45 seconds and I lost 3 days of memory. I woke up in my bathtub covered in sticky notes that just says buy sense. This is psychological warfare, plain and simple. Here is the mission, the 100% completion. We have to snag 48 Shadow Pokemon. Snagging is a euphemism for abduction. We are kidnapping these creatures and putting them in a digital Guantanamo Bay. You walk up to a citizen, a guy named Ryder Vig or Cipher Peon Licks, and you mug them. That's a nice vibrating Hitmontop you have there. It looks like a threat to national security. It's mine now. The catch rates are rigged. It's not RNG. The game is reading your biometrics through the controller port. It knows when you are desperate. The Desire sensor is real technology developed during the Cold War. I threw 30,000 Ultra Balls at a Shadow Metagross. Do you know how much money that is? I'm funneling funds into Big Pokemart to buy plastic spheres to imprison dissidents. The legendary beasts, the Trinity. They are owned by the admins. Ian, Dakeem, Venus. These aren't Pokemon trainers. These are crisis actors. Look at them. Venus dresses like the founder of a female empowerment pyramid scheme designed exclusively to bankrupt suburban housewives.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not even a scheme per se.
Ian is essentially Sato Kaiba, ordered from Temu. He has the trench coat and the god complex, but instead of running a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, he runs a basement lab that smells like meth. Dakeem looks like a mercenary who was fired from Blackwater for being too creative with the interrogation techniques. Snagging their beasts requires precision. If you kill them, the timeline fractures. You have to hunt them down again later on. The game punishes you for lethal force because they need the assets alive for experimentation.
But I want them alive. No disintegration.
And where do they go when you catch them? The PC. Personal computer. No. Prison containment. They are digitized, converted into data, uploaded to the cloud. We are building a database for the reptile overlords. 48 unique genetic codes harvested and stored. So you've bagged the assets, now you have to purify them. Purification is newspeak for re-education. You have to break their spirit until the purple aura, the aura of critical thinking, is gone, and they return to being docile pets who love their masters. But I'm not going to do it the hard way. I'm not going to battle with them and feed them vitamins. I'm going to use the Agate Village glitch. This is the tool of the resistance, a simple rubber band. The developers, the architects of the simulation didn't account for analog interference. I flew to Agate Village. I found the corner near the daycare. I strapped the stick down. Wes runs into an invisible wall. He runs and runs and runs. He's glitching the pathfinding. He's overloading the collision detection sensors. While Wes runs into that invisible wall, he is off the grid. The satellites can't track him because his velocity is positive, but his displacement is 0. It breaks the physics engine. I left this running for 40,000 hours. My electricity bill spiked. The lights in my house flickered. I think I opened a portal to the lower astral plane in my living room, but it worked. The heart gauges emptied. Resistance was crushed. Their wills were broken by the sheer monotony of running nowhere. This is how they get you. They don't torture you with pain, they torture you with boredom until you submit. Then you take them to the Relic Stone. A shrine? No. A reprogramming terminal. A beam of light hits them. A chirp sounds. The Pokemon has opened the door to its heart. Lies. The Pokemon has been lobotomized. It forgets Shadow Rush. We did this 48 times. Look at the grunts. Cipher peons. Faceless, nameless, uniformed. They are the NPC meme come to life. They are the drone army. But then, him. Mirror B. This man knows too much. Look at the hair. That afro is lined with lead. It blocks the psychotronic waves. He dances constantly. Why? To keep his body temperature fluctuating so the thermal drones can't lock onto him. He surrounds himself with Ludicolo, creatures that are constantly moving, constantly making noise. He's a walking radar jammer. Mirror B isn't a villain, he's a defector. He's trying to warn us through the medium of interpretive disco. Let the music play, he screams. Translation: jam the frequencies. Don't let them broadcast the signal. He escapes every time. We never catch him. He is the only free man in Orre. And then there's Evis, the mayor, a politician running a criminal syndicate. Stop the presses. Next, you'll tell me the water is turning the frogs gay.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Evis is the deep state personified. When he transforms, he looks like a bloated tick. He has been feeding on the blood of the populace. He uses a Tyranitar. We took him down. We exposed him. But did anything change? No. A new mayor will take his place. The system protects itself. But the mission isn't over. The 100% requirement. We need Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh, the Phoenix, the bird of rebirth. To get it, we must climb Mount Battle. 100 floors. This is the stress test. This is where they test the super soldiers. You have to fight 100 trainers in a row. No changing your team. It's an endurance test for your programming. Can the subject maintain focus for 6 hours of repetitive tasks? Can the subject suppress the urge to jerk off from boredom? When I fell asleep, the music followed me. It had burned itself into my neurons like a CRT monitor left on the same channel for a decade. The trainers. Fun old lady Desla. Cool trainer Beedro. These aren't names, they are activation codes. I fought them all. My hands cramped into claws. My eyes dried out. I became the weapon. I became Wes. And after defeating Mr. Battleman 100, Ho-Oh appears. But look at it. Look closely. That texture. That shine. That's not a biological organism. That is a hologram. It's Project Bluebeam. They're faking a miracle to control the population. I didn't acquire a god. I obtained a hardlight projection generated by the Mount Battle satellites. It sits in my PC box now, watching me. I put tape over the screen where its eyes are. I know it's transmitting data back to the Nintendo headquarters. We did it, 100%. The save file is complete. The list is checked, but at what cost? I know the truth now. The Orre region is real. We are living in it. Rui is in your phone. Cipher is in your homeowners association. I'm pulling the plug. The grid is compromised, and I suspect my neighbors are feds disguised as landscaping crews. If I disappear, tell the coroner it was the Ludicolo.
Sorry.